Hey there, it's Lacy J, here to ask you to go to spacebearmedia.com right now to access all our content, buy yourself some merch, and most importantly, send us a message, a question, fan mail, even hate mail. We'll respond on YouTube. Also, please remember to rate and review the podcast on your favorite app or share it with someone you know who loves Lost. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Lost in My 40s, Season 6, Episode 3. It's called What Kate Does. It's
Anal.
Surprise. Did you say anal? Oh, my God. Surprise. It's a Kate episode, and it's also a Ben episode. They're going to be playing a game of three-hole, but first, how's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Doing great.
Well. Christy's back from
Yay.
Christy's back from Universal Studios. The rest of us have been at home doing nothing.
I wouldn't say
right
that.
now.
Yeah, I would hardly call your life doing nothing, Lacy.
Right.
I know. I'm going to apologize for this episode and next week's if I sound stupid, but I'm just finishing up my last quarter of college before I graduate, and it's so much work that I'm just not sleeping. So, anywho's, Benjamin.
Yes.
Could you please update us as to where our power rankings were after the first two episodes of the last season of Lost?
Yes, I will. We've got third from the bottom, the Japanese guy with negative 12 points. Frogert in second place with negative 15, and the man in black in first place with negative 16 points, or at the bottom with negative 16 points. In third place, we've got Dr. Bronze again.
Woo!
Jack, 10 points. Second place, Kate, because nothing we can figure out to rhyme with silver with Kate. Like I still can't figure that one out.
No,
and
just
in
the
first
silver
place,
fugitive, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds kind of like a comic book character, the silver fugitive.
It sounds like a really bad comic. It's like a comic that never made it out of the 40s.
All right. And who's on the top?
On the top with 37 points is
What?
Hurley, the mayor of Islandtown.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah, already off to a running
Wow.
start.
Yay for Hurley. All right, Benjamin, we're going to just continue on with you, my dear. Would you like to tell us what Kate does?
I already did. But yes,
More detail, please, sir.
she ain't going to walk right for a week.
Oh, my God. And you sounded like Sawyer when you said that.
So we start in 2007 on the island. The episode begins with the translator briskly walking through stone corridors, checking to ensure that nobody is following him. He rushes into the chamber where the Japanese man is typing on an old typewriter. The Japanese man stops immediately at the intrusion, and there's a baseball sitting on his desk. Out of breath, the translator informs he's alive. The Japanese man turns his head, staring straight while grasping his necklace.
Ooh.
The scene switches to the chamber with the spring. Sayid is sitting, and Jack kneels in front of him. Hurley runs to Sayid, with Miles following close behind. Miles asks, "It worked?" Hurley exclaims excitedly, "Dude, you're okay," and hugs Sayid tightly.
Dude.
He sounded like him, too.
Jack interjects, "Hurley, let him breathe." "Miles, can you go get some water?" Miles looks cautious, but agrees. "Yeah, I'm on it," and leaves. Jack asks Sayid, "How you feeling?" And Sayid replies, "A little lightheaded."
All the impressions today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. Jin joins Hurley, Jack, and Sayid asks, "Jack, what happened to me?" Jack, exhaling deeply, says, "You died."
What?
Oh.
Sayid looks around in disbelief.
You
Kate and
died.
Sawyer are standing on the opposite side of the spring. Kate, confused, asks, how is that even possible? I mean, 1 minute he's gone and now he's fine.
You've been
Sawyer.
traveling through time, Kate.
Right.
Anything is possible.
And he doesn't exactly look fine. He looks rather pale for a dark-skinned man.
A brown person.
But you always think he looks fine, right?
Oh, fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Sawyer sarcastically replies, "Of course he's fine." Kate says, "What do you mean?" Sawyer says, "He's an Iraqi torturer who shoots kids. He definitely deserves another go-round."
Ooh.
Ooh. Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's not lying. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Has he shot kids? It was really just one kid, wasn't it?
That we know of.
Just
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
Just the one. Yeah. Jin, Jack, Hurley help Sayid stand up, their conversation indistinct. Sawyer continues to stare outside. Kate, noticing, asks, "What are you looking at?" Sawyer, still focused, asks, "How many guards and guns do you think are outside this place?" Kate says, "What?" Sawyer explains, "I was out cold when they brought me in. How many guards did you see? 5, 10, 100? Kate, realizing his intent, says, "What are you thinking?" Sawyer straightforwardly replies, "Thinking about running, Kate."
Oh, that's
All right.
her line.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah,
Likes to run.
that's what Kate does.
Speaking of,
Flash sideways, number 1, 2004, off the island, at LAX. Kate is walking with her hands cuffed and the marshal's jacket hiding them. The marshal warns others. She's got hands in handcuffs, but she's probably got them covered, okay? Kate makes eye contact with him, then bolts. The marshal, hot on her heels, shouting, "Hey!" He shoves the man aside, who protests, "Hey, watch it!"
Yeah.
Just like that,
is it
too.
the
Just
phony
like,
guy?
hey,
Wait.
watch it.
Yeah.
Is it the phony guy
This
from
marshal's a
Family
phony.
Guy? Hey, watch it.
Kate jumps into the back of a cab, shouting, "Go now!" The cab driver hesitates. "Lady, I already have a customer." But then Kate, pulling a gun, insists, "Damn it, I said go." Claire is the passenger
My
in the
baby.
cab. I know. It's like immediately, here we go. We're going to be talking about, it's going to be baby shit the rest of this episode now.
Yeah.
My baby.
But my baby.
Push.
The cab takes off, tires screeching, and the marshal's chasing after him. The driver relents, "Okay," while the marshal yells, "Move it!" Inside the cab, Claire is obviously anxious. Kate says, easy, slow down. Hey, just slow down." Claire grunts in discomfort while the driver nervously says, Okay. You said go." Kate commands, "Just get us out of here." The marshal, still chasing, shouts, Hey, stop that cab." Claire pleads, "Can you please just let me out?" But Kate silences her with, "Be quiet."
What do you think of this scene? I think it's a little strange
Yeah.
I
to
mentioned
like
it last time.
carjack someone at the airport, but they can't get you. I don't know. I mean, I guess I should let the scene continue until I say that. But like, how do you escape from an airport in a carjacking? I just don't believe that you could do it. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, it would probably be difficult.
There's
There's only a couple ways in and out. They're always
That's what I'm
gated
saying.
exits. So,
Yeah.
hey, this is LAX. So you're not supposed to think through that far. If this is the one thing about this episode that makes you go, "What the fuck?" then the rest of this
No.
episode is going to make you go, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Right.
Well, I don't think I've ever been to LAX. I don't think I've ever.
It's
flown
like any
to
other
that. Maybe
airport.
I
It's
have.
big, but there's gates on the way out. And if you're a car that's been marked, unless their security is just shit.
Oh.
No, and it's more
Well,
of
you
a
just flew there,
clusterfuck.
Christy. How's the
Yeah, it's-
how's the security at LAX?
I don't know too much about the security, but I know that just driving around the airport loop is more of a clusterfuck than any airport I think I've ever been to. It's such a pain in the ass. And
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
what I'm
bus
saying.
drivers were like,
DFW's a
cussing.
pain in the ass, too.
I don't think any
With the
airport
loops.
loop is like a joy, but like that's my point. You can't just go speeding out of that's
Yeah,
fine. We can
it's
keep.
dumb.
There's no reason for me to make this episode longer complaining about the airport, so that's fine. Let's keep going.
Kate notices police cars and officers outside, and the driver suddenly brakes hard and blows the horn. Kate, frustrated, asks, "What are you doing?" The driver explains, there's a guy. I'm not going to run him over. And the guy is Leslie Arzt.
Run him over.
You said hard and blow in the same sentence.
I did.
Sorry.
I did. And Arzt is just, his bags have just fallen off a cart or whatever right there in front of the car. And he says, hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
He's actually not. He's fucking in the way, picking up his luggage. He's not walking.
Yeah.
Ineptly, yeah.
Just a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Yep.
but they put that line in here because...
Yeah.
Never have a piece of dynamite when you need it. That would be amazing. She just flung a piece of dynamite at him.
And blows him and the luggage out of the way.
No, I meant because the next line in the outline is...
Yes. He says, I'm walking here, just like we once saw Sawyer do in Australia.
Remember?
Yes. And we had talked about it. It was from a movie in the 70s.
Driver?
Taxi Driver, was that it?
No, wait, no. Shit. Caleb knew. Caleb was the one that knew.
It doesn't
no, it's
matter.
not. I'm gonna Google it. Go ahead. I'm walking here. There we
Amidst
go.
the honking horns, Jack is on his cell phone and briefly locks eyes with Kate.
Midnight Cowboy.
Okay.
Claire tries to escape, but Kate pulls her back. Do not get out of this car. Claire, terrified, nods silently. Kate orders the driver, just go now. I don't care about the guy, go. The cab
Nobody cares about
Run
that guy.
that dumbass over or I will shoot you in the head.
The cab drags one of Art's bags as it speeds along the way, while Art shouts, hey, what the hell? Hey, I got your license plate.
Oh, boy.
You're a phony. At a red light, Kate just says, at the light, take a left. Claire, sobbing, begs, can you please just let me go? I promise I won't say anything to anyone.
Oh, no.
Seizing the moment, the cab does what he should have done in the first place.
Yep,
Puts the
what we
car in
discussed
park
last episode.
and runs off, leaving Kate and Claire alone in the cab.
He got away just like we thought he would.
Why he waited until then, I don't know, but...
Kate curses, hey, damn it. With horns honking, she climbs into the driver's seat and speeds away, nearly causing an accident. Desperate, Kate demands, give me your purse. Claire, confused, asks, what? Kate repeats, I said, give me your purse.
Why is Claire surprised she's being robbed by someone who just stole a car at gunpoint? What? Why would
You're
you
going
do
to rob
that?
me too? Damn it.
But okay.
Pulling over, Kate stops the cab and orders, now get out of the car. Claire, still crying, asks, can I please just get my suitcase? But Kate refuses, no, you can't. Get out of the car. Claire, pregnant and distressed, exits the cab, left crying on the sidewalk without her purse or luggage as Kate speeds away.
That
In
is
a foreign country.
Yeah, that was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty way to arrive to a new country.
Welcome to America.
Yep. Carjacked at the airport.
Uh-huh. It does seem like uniquely American experience, maybe. Welcome.
Especially for an
here's all our
Aussie,
guns.
because they don't have any guns, right?
That's right.
Yeah, they had one mass shooting, and the government got together and was like, yeah, we don't need more guns, and the whole country surrendered them. Can you even imagine such a thing? Oh, my God.
All the animals here will kill you or try to beat you up or try to drown you. So, like, we don't need guns.
We don't need to kill each other. We need to band together against the wildlife.
Exactly.
So they do in
see.
Australia.
I think that's what we're talking about, Derek.
Yep.
Anywho.
2007 on the island, back at the temple, Kate walks down a corridor as Jack and Jin help Sayid out of the courtyard.
I wanted to say as Jack and Jin went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. I don't know why it sounded like that to me.
Because it's Jack and Jin and
So
because
Jack and Jill, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're probably right.
Easy, Jack says as they lead Sayid to a stone bench. Jin and Jack release Sayid's arms and Miles approaches with water. Sayid, confused, asks, who are these people? What do they want? Hurley responds, it's the others, dude. They caught us again. I don't know. I think they're trying to protect us.
They caught us again.
Miles adds, and as you can see, Hugo here has assumed the leadership position, so that's pretty great.
Hey, Hey!
He is the mayor. Yeah.
Lay off the mayor of Island Town, Miles.
Jack stares at Sayid's abdomen, noticing that the wound is almost completely healed. Sayid looks at the scar tissue and turns to Jack, saying, "Thank you, Jack." Confused, Jack asks, "For what?" And Sayid replies, "For saving my life."
I love how he just assumes it was Jack who did it, too.
Right.
Of course.
Well, he was the
I mean-
doctor.
That's the logical assumption.
I guess so.
You wouldn't logically think, oh, it must have been this magical spring here
Yeah.
that they drowned me in.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a point.
The Japanese man walks briskly through the temple doors, shoving them open. Jack stands up. The Japanese man says, "Nani wa tamari segunda?" I guess something like that.
Wow.
Well
look at
done.
that.
Actually sounded like convincing, like you convinced me as someone who doesn't speak Japanese that sounded like Japanese.
Yeah.
Nani wa tamari segunda. Yeah.
But with Japanese, it would probably be a little more like "Nani wa tomare izagunda."
Yeah.
Right? That's how Japanese sounds.
Nani wa tamari segunda.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys?
Something like that.
We're going to
What's that?
talk a little more about how Japanese sounds later in the episode.
Ah.
Oh, you're going to read Gilgamesh in Japanese? Great. Gilgamesh.
No, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh son.
Gilgamesh son. Hey. Alrighty.
Which the translator translates as, "Mr. Jirah, will you come with us, please?" Sayid asks, "Come with you where?" The translator assures inside, nothing to worry about. We just,
Yeah.
at which Jack interrupts, "I'm coming with him." The translator hesitant replies, "Oh, I'm sorry. We need to talk with him alone. Just a few questions." Jack, frustrated, demands, "You have a few questions? Well, so do we. Let's start with who are you? Why are you holding us here?" The Japanese man interrupts. "Kono otoko wo, what was that?
Whoa,
Damano
that's a tough
zero.
one. There you go.
Damano zero." Yeah. Which the translator translates as, "Once we've spoken to Mr. Jirah, we'll be more than happy to tell you everything you want to know." Wow. All of that.
4 words for that
I know.
entire sentence.
Yeah, man. Japanese is
Japanese is compact.
succinct.
Actually, we are going to talk about exactly that later.
Oh, so Gilgamesh will be short.
Yes. Like one sentence.
When you translate it into Japanese, it goes from 12 tablets to 8.
Jack, skeptical, retorts, "Something tells me you're not going to be very happy to tell us anything."
Yep.
He locks eyes with the Japanese man, who then commands, "Tsutsuri iki." Immediately, 2 men grab Jack by the arms and start to beat him. Another man goes after Miles, and 2 gunshots are heard.
Pew, pew.
The Japanese man shouts, "Yamero!" As they turn to see who shot, they see Lawyer cocking his gun, so that they
Lawyer?
know that he's serious.
Lawyer.
Did I say lawyer?
Lawyer.
It's the return of Lawyer.
He's the bad barrister. Yeah, it's Sawyer that does that. I guess Sawyer got his law degree while he was on the island. He went
The
to Trump,
shooting
he went to
solicitor?
Trump University.
Oh, no,
right, yeah.
no. So it's Lawyer cocking his gun, so they know he's serious.
The translator, panicked, translates, "Don't shoot. Lower your weapons." He walks toward Sawyer, but stops when Sawyer aims at him. The translator pleads, "Please, you don't have to do this. We won't hurt your friend."
Mm-hmm.
Sawyer, looking at Sayid, coldly replies, "He ain't my friend. Do what you want with
Ouch.
him and anybody else, but me, I'm walking out of here." Kate steps forward, trying to reason with him. "James." But Sawyer, determined, says, "I'm gone. You understand?"
James.
He lifts the beams barricading the large wooden door. The Japanese man, desperate, says, "Please, you have to stay." Sawyer, angry, retorts, "No, I don't."
Nope, he doesn't.
Sawyer opens the wooden door and exits the courtyard, warning Kate, "Don't come after me."
Yeah,
Lost
right.
title
So
screen.
that's
Sure, Kate will
exactly
listen, yeah.
what she's going to
Yeah.
do.
Of course.
And you know it.
Yeah, that's what Kate does.
Can I just say this Japanese man's cheekbones are fucking epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy on Shogun, right? He's the actor in Shogun that plays the main character.
I've
Yeah,
only
Japanese
seen
character.
one episode,
What does
so I
Google say
couldn't
about
say.
that?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy.
Shogun drama series. Let's see. Let me just head on over to the IMDb.
He was in Samurai as well. The Last
that's
Samurai.
definitely him. I didn't even have to look at the actor's name, just the picture came up. And yeah, that's definitely him. His real name is Hiroyuki Sanada. And yeah, that is definitely him in both Shogun and Lost. Oh gosh, he was in The Last Samurai? 47 Ronin?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was probably concentrating on the screen and not listening to you. He was in John Wick Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who he played in that, but those are all awesome movies. He was in The Wolverine and Rush Hour 3, and goddamn, he's in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he really is. All right. Anywho's, Lost title screen is where we left off, I think.
Yep.
Back to the same scene as two men drag Sayid away, followed by the Japanese man and the translator. I'm not even going to do this. I mean, the Japanese man commands something really, really long in Japanese. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
two men restrain Drax.
Drac.
Meanwhile,
Drax is
Lawyer
our
and
dog.
Drac. Drac and lawyer.
two men restrain Jack, who struggles unsuccessfully. Two other men drag Miles away through a different passageway. Jack shouts, Hey, where are they taking Sayid? Another man, Aldo, aims a handgun at Jack, yelling, Hey, calm down. Everybody calm down. The translator turns to Jack and
Aiming
asks,
a gun at me and telling me to calm down is probably going to have the opposite effect.
You think?
Yeah. The translator turns back to Jack and asks, Where'd Ford go? Jack, confused, responds, What? The translator repeats, Ford, your friend, who just ran out of here. Where did he go? Jack insists, I don't know. The translator skeptically asks, Do you expect me to believe that? Jack retorts, He told me he wanted to kill me. You believe that?
Oh.
Damn.
Jack is sassy in this episode, and I like it.
Kate steps forward, offering, I can bring him back. The translator questions, You know where he went? Kate replies, No, but I can track him. Let me go. I'll bring him back, and I can make him stay.
Oh.
Jack, concerned, asks, Kate, you sure you want to go out there alone with these people? And Jin volunteers, I'll go with her. The translator says, It's very important that he get back here safely. What makes you think he's going to listen to you? Kate confidently says, I can be very convincing when I want to be.
3-hole.
That's right.
That's what it sounds like when you put a penis into something. It goes like that.
Yeah.
Really?
It's always been my experience.
Anywho.
Flash Sideways number 2, 2004, off the island. Kate speeds the cab to a repair shop, stopping quickly and getting out. The garage is filled with indistinct radio music and the loud sound of a man using a grinding tool. Sparks fly as Kate enters. That's amazing. It's like an 80s rock video.
And then she lays back on a chair and water
She's
falls.
my cherry pie. It's like fucking sparks flying everywhere.
Climbs up on the hood of a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think
go.
that actually happens in the cherry pie video.
Probably. That was pretty much a trope of 80s videos.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sparks fly as Kate enters, aiming her gun at the repairman. The man stops working, takes off his goggles, and looks at her. Where's your tire hammer? Kate demands. The repairman responds, You've got a problem. Kate, undeterred, repeats, So do you. Where's your tire hammer? He explains, Tire hammer will just cut off your wrist. The problem is you need a punch press, and you're not going to be able to use one of them and keep that gun pointed at me. Kate asks, Are you volunteering? The repairman replies, I've got a steady hand, but I kind of feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
Brr.
Kate offers, I'll give you $200.
Does anybody
All right.
recognize this mechanic from anywhere?
I do. He looks
Yes.
familiar, but I can't.
He does too, yeah.
He's been in a ton of stuff.
Jeff
But
Kober is his name.
He was
Sons
in
of Anarchy?
Sons of Anarchy
Yeah,
for a little
yeah.
while. And he was also in 4 episodes of season 4 of The Walking Dead. He was the gang that Dale
Yes.
ended up with that was like
Yes.
claimed.
Yes.
So he was the guy who ran that group.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
completely, I did not catch that. But yeah, you are absolutely correct.
And
yeah, he's got one of
apparently
those faces.
Yeah. Apparently, he's also been on General Hospital for the last 4 years, but I stopped watching that about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I
Probably
watched
could catch
it.
up in like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
I watched it as a kid because it was my grandma's favorite soap opera.
God, I remember Luke and Laura's wedding when I was a kid.
Yes. It was like the biggest fucking thing to happen on daytime TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to, when I would fake sick and stay home from school all the time as a kid, because I fucking hated going to school because I had undiagnosed ADHD. I know now in hindsight. And I would always watch all the game shows in the morning, and then like Maury Povich and Jerry Springer, and then General Hospital would come on, and I would watch that. But then it was always the saddest moment of my sick day, because I knew by the time it was over, like people were going to be heading back towards the house, and I didn't have it alone anymore. Whoa! This actually says he's been on General Hospital since 1963.
What?
Can that
Maybe he was
be-
a kid back then or something.
Can that be true? Did he like grow up on this show? 'Cause that's what
IMDb says General Hospital 2020 to 2024.
How
He
weird.
was also born in 1953 and didn't head to LA until his 20s. So
He's from Billings, Montana. Yeah, something in the Google search says since 19. It must be their like AI that's very confused and tells people to put glue in macaroni and cheese. Did you see that? Did you see that
No.
when that
No.
happened?
no.
People were asking the new Google AI how to do stuff, and it was pulling like from random things on the internet or from somebody like saying a joke or something like that. And it thought it was serious. So it was telling people that to make your macaroni and cheese a little thicker, you should add Elmer's glue to it.
I mean, it's not
It won't
toxic.
kill you.
It would probably thicken it.
And then something about like eating rocks makes for like a healthy way to get nutrients, and also helps pebbles help you digest your food, and like insane shit like that.
You can cook
It does for
spaghetti with
certain animals,
gasoline.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes. No. Was it gasoline? Yeah. Like to make to spice up your spaghetti sauce, you could add gasoline. To
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the AI shit.
No, me neither. Can't even
I mean, I find that
make our hand next
hilarious.
fingers. They would give us like 6 to 7 fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, always. Yeah.
There's some crazy looking shit. That's right.
Oh, are we're doing the Terminator now?
That's
Yes.
right.
That's right.
They're testing pilotless jets.
Yes, they
now,
are.
in the
I saw
military.
that.
Yes, they
yeah,
are.
I did.
Like
And
Skynet.
I did see somebody tweet about it. I will not call it X. I saw somebody tweet about it, like something like, "Oh, this is the start of Skynet."
That's right.
Well, generally the weakest part of a plane is the pilot, insofar as maneuverability and speed and stuff like that. If you
Right.
can take a
It would
pilot
make
out of
Plus,
it,
it
sense.
can pull like a much better, higher G's without a
way
person
higher
in there.
G's. Yeah, you can make them super evasive and like
We're doomed.
I know, but I do feel like the self-driving cars aren't exactly doing so hot.
Oh, no, I don't
they like
trust
run
those
people
things.
over and stuff. So
I see them all the time in
I
San
don't know.
Francisco. Like they're all
Do
over
you?
the place in SF. Oh yeah,
it's because it's one of the test cities, right? Or isn't it like
Yeah.
the test city for
Yeah.
I
that?
think it's like I think it's where they first tested them.
yep. I see them
Yeah.
basically one on every block. I feel like when I'm like
Wow.
walking to whatever, doing happy hour or something after work. There's always driverless cars driving around.
Okay. Well, how many
Weird.
of them have you seen run over people?
No, none. I mean, they've all seemed to just be following the normal rules, but
Interesting.
they
So far.
would. That's if they were fucking up that much where I'd see them when I was there, once every couple of months, then they probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be out on the road.
I see. All
Probably
right.
no different. Someone probably just ran out in front of it before it could stop. Even though
Yeah,
it has
I
fast
mean-
you think-
reflexes,
like-
physics still, you can't stop in
Like
time.
jaywalkers that, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Plus
Well,
it just scares people because if you look at the accident rates, I'm sure the accident rates of humans running people over is probably way higher than AI cars running people over.
Yeah,
but the second a machine does it, it's like, oh no.
because that's what gets like sensationalized. You're right. So the headline is like driverless car runs over
Right.
pedestrian. But
And one
really,
time it happened. See, I told you.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But really, there's like 100 humans in the same day running over
Well, just remember,
pedestrian.
they were scared of
Yeah.
horseless carriages years ago.
They were.
Oh, of course. No, I don't have. I see.
They go
obviously,
so fast, 10 miles an hour. Oh my God.
That'll strip your
Obviously,
skin
it's
off
the-
your flesh.
Obviously, it's the future, and I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I like the idea of being able to hop into a car and not have to drive it. Like that's why I take Ubers when I'm drinking or whatever. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It probably is awful sensationalized because our media is not about actually reporting like facts and educating anyone or informing anyone on anything. It's about
Create fear, create outrage.
click. Yeah.
The scene shifts to a table where Kate is holding her handcuffs and the guy is using the punch to get her out of them. He says, "Now hold still." And with pressure applied, the handcuffs snap off and Kate tosses them in the trash. "Thanks," she says. The repairman, curious, "So why the bracelets?" Kate replies, "I'm wanted for murder."
Oh,
He reacts with a simple murder. Kate then asks, "You don't happen to have a bathroom somewhere where I could change, do you?" Laughing, he points, "Bathroom's over there. Make it quick." Kate thanks him, heads into the bathroom. She takes off her jacket and opens up the tote bag that belonged to Claire, obviously looking for clothes or something. But unzipping it, she sees a Polaroid picture of Claire with her baby. Baby belly.
yeah.
Kate picks up the picture.
Oh, that's right. Because she doesn't notice it in the car, though. No, wait. She gets in
guess
the back
not.
seat with her. How would she not have seen that? Whatever.
The bag's contents reveal mostly baby items, washcloths, a bottle, a stuffed whale. Kate stares at the toy, runs her hands through her hair, and looks in a mirror while we hear a faint time-skipping sound. 2007, on the island, at the temple. Kate is packing her backpack when Aldo hands her a canteen, warning her not to slow them down.
Yeah.
She quietly retorts that he better not slow her down. Ooh, good one.
Yeah, Mac.
Burn.
Ooh, man, savage riposte. Jin finishes packing his backpack as Jack approaches Kate. Jack mentions he would go with her, but hesitates, implying he thought Sawyer might kill him. Kate reassures him that she'll take care of Sawyer, and he should take care of Sayid. They nod in agreement. As they stand to leave, Jin exits first, and Jack grabs Kate's arm to wish her goodbye and to be careful. Kate acknowledges this, and then she leaves the chamber. It looked like they were going to kiss here for a second. and they
Yes,
just didn't
you're
do
right.
it.
Yep.
You're right. I think it did look like they were going to
Go, Jack,
kiss.
go.
It was an
Sawyer's
interesting
gone.
moment. What'd you say? Sawyer's gone.
Sawyer's gone.
He's like, "Wait, have you used mouthwash recently?" Okay, just don't want to taste Sawyer on you.
I want to tell you.
Oh, God.
She's like, I don't do ATM.
Oh my
God.
God.
Ew.
Ew.
In the Japanese man's lab, Sayid is strapped to a gurney. The Japanese man methodically opens a canister of powder and disperses it over Sayid's exposed chest. Sayid pleads, "What is it you want? Please, whatever you're thinking of doing. What is that?" Ignoring Sayid's pleas, the Japanese man connects Sayid to an archaic-looking electric generator, attaching wires
Ruh-roh.
to his body in a precise, calculated manner.
Ruh-roh.
The turn of the knob.
He winds it up.
Yeah, he winds it up, and you hear a bunch of humming and machinery, and
Yeah, this ain't good.
then he flips a switch, and Said's body tenses under the electric shocks. And the Japanese man says, "I've just sucked 1 hour of your life away. How does you feel?"
Tell me, how do you feel? Sorry, I couldn't resist when I was writing that. I was like, this is the perfect place for a Princess Bride joke.
Anybody want a peanut?
I guess that after the drowning, he was only mostly dead.
Yeah.
Yes. He said to
To Blaze. Liar! Liar! As Sayid screams, the Japanese man stops the electricity and then pulls a metal like rod out of the fire, the red hot metal tip, and puts it over toward him. Sayid starts to brace himself and then puts it on him.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Sayid actually, screaming, "Why are you doing this?" The Japanese man steps back, observes Sayid's reaction. The translator, witnessing the ordeal, is apologetic as he explains to Sayid that the torture was a test, one that Sayid had passed. The reassurance does little to ease Sayid's distress as he is unstrapped and helped off the table. As they exit, the translator admits to the temple leader, "I just lied to him, didn't I?" The leader responds, "Yes."
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The torturer becomes the tortured.
Yeah, I mean,
Indeed.
makes sense.
You reap what you sow. Flash sideways, number 3, 2004, off the island. Kate, feeling guilty, drives back to where she left Claire sitting alone on a bench.
Which is, of course, smart to do when you're running from the fucking police.
Yeah, this is where this entire episode jumps the shark.
Oh, okay. Not a fan of what Kate does, huh?
It's so stupid. It's so
It's dumb.
implausible.
It's
All
so
right.
dumb.
Okay, all right.
And I've just told you, my final impressions of the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Another
Jumping
Winter
ahead.
Kate episode. Yeah, I mean, we can actually
Alrighty.
just skip the rest of this if we want. We can just be done with it. Like,
Sucks,
it does
yeah.
not get any better from here. She steps out of the taxi and approaches Claire. "Where were you going?" Kate asks, and I'm going to read this in ridiculous voices going forward because this is all melodramatic drivel.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Yep.
Claire, where are your response? "What? Before I got in the cab, where were you going?" No, I'm sorry.
No, she's not British.
I know. "Before I got in the cab, where were you going?" Kate ignores the jab and retrieves Claire's purse and tote from the trunk, handing them over as a goodwill gesture. "I came to bring you your stuff," Kate says.
What?
Yeah. Claire inspects
I
her
know.
purse, and Kate assures her she didn't steal any money. Kate replies, "Well, gee, thanks."
There you
Kate
go.
presses, "So where were you going?" Claire starts to walk away, telling Kate not to worry about it. But as we all expect her to, Kate fucking persists with a frustrated, "Fine. That doesn't mean fine."
Fine.
Claire relents. "Langdon Street, Brentwood." Kate asks, "You've got family there?" Kate explains, "No. It's a couple who's adopted my baby.
Nar.
They were meant to meet me at the airport.
That's close. There you go.
But I guess they got the days mixed up or something. It's not like they abandoned me."
Oh, isn't it though?
Kate sees a chance to atone and tells Claire to get into the car. Yeah, great idea.
Yeah, you just car shagged me
She's
again.
like, let me get
She's
back
like-
in the car.
She's
with the
like,
crazy
"No,
carjacker.
I think I'll take the bus." And Claire and Kate pulls a gun out. "Get in the fucking car."
I am helping you, bitch, whether you like it or not.
Jesus, this is so stupid. 2007. So bad.
Gave
It
it
was
a great
amazing.
episode.
It was like you took a little pause. I thought you were like gathering where you were in the outline, but no, you were just like contemplating. I was
This show, I mean, this episode is so fucking bad. 2007, in the jungle, Kate, Jen, Austin, and Aldo are hiking to get Sawyer back to the temple. Kate asks, "So why do you people want us to stay at the temple?" Aldo responds, "We're protecting you." Kate presses further, "From what?" Aldo says, "You've been on the island for a while, right? Ever seen a big pillar of black Aldo says, "Ever seen a big pillar of black smoke makes a ticka-ticka sound, looks pissed off?" Kate acknowledges, "Yes." Aldo confirms, "From that."
How does smoke look pissed off?
I was just going to ask the same question. I don't know either. But I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I understand it. It's never exactly looked friendly.
If it coils up like a snake, it looks angry, right? Like if it's just
Okay, yeah,
leisurely
that's a good
drifting,
point.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Jin inquires, "Do you know anything about another plane coming in a Jira flight?" Aldo snaps back, "I'm sorry, is this a press conference?"
He's such a dick.
Then Justin starts to speak. I think he means the one that landed, but Aldo cuts him off. Justin, shut up.
Shut up, Justin.
You're out of your element, Justin.
Shut up.
He can't help it. He's just living the Justin life.
He's just living the Justin life. That's right.
Do you guys know what that means?
Nope.
It's another Family Guy episode where Peter finds out, he finds his birth certificate. He finds out that Peter is actually his middle name and his first name is Justin, and his whole personality changes because he's just living the Justin life. And he just kind of turns into this like douchebag of a guy. And the first time I saw that episode, I fucking died because the first person I ever fell in love with when I was 18, his name was Justin. And he was like exactly like this douchebag character that Peter turns into. And so it's one of my favorites because it's just, that is what makes me laugh. So, if you're kind of like a douchey douche guy, then you're living the Justin life. Anywho's.
As they continue walking, Jin looks at Justin with curiosity, probably wondering how he lives that Justin life. Kate crouches down, examining two trails, and declares, no, that's a decoy trail. He went that way. Aldo, skeptical, says, and you're basing this on what?
Yeah.
Kate firmly replies, experience. And then Justin backs her up. Aldo, annoyed, responds, what? Justin asserts, I think she's right. Sarcastically, Aldo says, oh, of course she is. Kate leads the way. Aldo snarks, after you, princess. So what's your strategy for bringing your boyfriend back? I hope you got one because he shot a guy on the way out. If he tries that on me, I'm going to blow his head off.
Ooh.
I'm so scared.
Okay, Aldo.
Yeah, Aldo.
Or what's his name on It's Always Sunny?
Mac.
Right. Okay, Mac.
Kate drinks from her canteen and keeps walking, but Justin stops her abruptly. Watch it. Kate looks down and sees a tripwire made from tree branch. She takes a deep breath and says, thank you. He's like, it's all right. Just living the Justin life. They all look up to see a net full of rocks hanging from a tree.
This is familiar.
Looks like one of Rousseau's traps. Justin, puzzled, says, the French woman? She's been dead for years. This couldn't be one. But Aldo interjects, Justin, shut up.
Oh my
Run
God.
in your mouth, Justin.
But Kate knows that the French woman's been dead for years now.
But they don't know that she knows.
That's true.
Or maybe they know that she knows, but they don't know, but she knows.
Or maybe they were going to say whose trap it was.
Exactly. I think that's the thing is Justin was going to give away the ending of this episode.
Yeah.
Kate confronts Aldo, shoving her canteen in his chest. What was he going to say? Aldo, clearly irritated, challenges her. You don't remember me, do you? You don't even recognize me. Well, maybe this will jog your memory. 3 years ago, you staged yourself a little prison break. And you did it by knocking out the guard with the butt of the rifle. That would be me. Kate doesn't hesitate. She swings her canteen at Aldo's head, knocking into the ground.
How does this feel? Remember this? Damn.
Oh, I do remember. Pow!
It's like, I did it with a rifle last time. Now I'm going to do it with a canteen. Next time I'm just going to do it with a chopstick, you fucking pushover.
Yeah, fucking, I think better be full of water, like as heavy as it can be, but no.
Justin moves toward her, but Kate throws her canteen at the tripwire, triggering the net of rocks. The rocks swing down and crush Justin, who is no longer living the Justin life. You know, if something like that happens and a big old thing of rocks, you don't know that that's coming, you can't jump out of the way, you deserve having your chest crushed. Like,
yeah, I mean, you all just noticed the trap. Why are you standing right under the...
Yeah, why are you standing right under it? It's been up there for years. I wouldn't trust that rope.
Justin Life likes to live dangerously.
That's right.
Didn't live very long.
Kate quickly grabs Aldo's gun, checks the magazine, then picks up Justin's rifle. Then she picks up the canteen and says, refreshing.
What?
But she used the canteen to fucking waste two guys, so.
I see. Okay.
It's also good for hydration. Jin, alarm, asks, what are you doing? Kate, resolute, replies, escaping.
Duh.
Because that's what Kate does.
That's what Kate does. Meanwhile, Sayid returns to the temple chamber, and Hurley and Miles rush to his side. Sayid, are you okay, man? Jack, he's back, Hurley exclaims. Sayid, groaning with every movement, says, they tortured me. Jack wants to know why, but Sayid said he doesn't know. They didn't even ask him any questions.
Damn.
He says it with a little bit more surprise, like they tortured me, you know?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, why? Why?
Yeah,
And then I love the part. They didn't even ask me any
why?
questions, as if like that would make it better. Like, I never tortured anyone without asking them a question.
Yeah, I was tortured, but at least they asked me some questions. So it was.
When I tortured people, there was a point.
well, I mean, karma, dude.
True.
I guess. Not true. There's no such thing. But anyways.
I know.
No, there isn't.
Go ahead.
Jack marches through the temple, bypassing guards until he encounters the Japanese man and his translator in a chamber. What the hell did you do to Sayid? Jack demands. The translator claims, We didn't do anything to him. Your friend is sick. The Japanese man says something in Japanese, prompting the translator to awkwardly translate. Well, there's not really a literal translation. The closest thing would be infected.
Zombie.
Jack points out that Sayid doesn't have a fever. The Japanese man
Sayid
chuckles.
bursts into the room going,
The Japanese man
watched too many
chuckles.
zombie movies, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Get the
Then
sounds
someone bursts
down.
in. Coral!
Coral!
And then Michael said, no, wall! Yelling at each other.
And then the universe collapses in on itself.
Yes.
End of show.
The Japanese man chuckles and hands him a capsule wrapped in a piece of paper. He says, You have to give Jarrah this pill. Jack wonders why they don't do it, and he's told that it won't work unless Sayid takes it willingly.
That makes no
Okay.
sense whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Nope.
Fucking dumbest thing ever.
Yep. Jack says, well, then maybe you should have asked him to take it before you tortured him.
Oh.
Translator claims they were diagnosing Sayid.
Oh, okay.
With a hot poker? Really?
Yeah. He's a witch.
Yeah.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
Get medieval
I mean,
on your
they
ass.
should have known already that he wasn't a witch because they drowned him. If
Exactly.
a witch drowns,
That's
then he's
right.
not a witch.
Might have just been fooling him, trying to fool him. That's what witches do.
Sneaky witches.
Tricksy witches.
As Jack turns to leave, the Japanese man says, tell me, Shepard, your friend, how did he get shot? Jack admits his culpability, and the Japanese man tells him that this is his chance to redeem himself. Jack wants to know what will
Jack
happen.
loves that.
I know. Boing. Redemption.
Well, it's so
Redemption,
stupid.
dong.
People keep blaming themselves for shit that other people have done. It's my fault that he got shot because he was helping me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Sayid has free will. He didn't have to fucking help you.
Yes.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, well, he was also the one that decided he was just going to march through the barracks with like a bomb
nuclear
strapped to his
bomb
back. Yeah, right past Ben Linus's dad. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's not really his fault. It's funny though, like a character on this show will readily take responsibility for something that's not their fault, but completely ignore the actual shit that they cause.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Jack wants to know what will happen if he refuses, and the Japanese man says the infection will spread.
Super scary.
Back in the spring chamber, Miles and Hurley sit with Sayid. Miles asks, so nothing? There wasn't anything? No white light? Angels? Singing? No dead relatives? Sayid responds, I remember being shot. Hurley, concerned, checks, you're not a zombie, right?
I love her.
Come closer, Hurley. I'll show you.
Sayid reassures him, no, I'm not a zombie.
That's what a zombie would say.
That's what a zombie would say.
Dude, it's exactly what a zombie would say. Not really. They would say,
Yeah.
Footsteps approach, and Miles sees Jack entering. Hey, Miles greets. Jack takes a drink from a canteen and asks, mind giving me and Sayid a minute? Uneasy about private talks, Hurley agrees. Yeah, see, private talks kind of freak me out because they lead me to having to do some things I don't quite understand. Jack sympathizes. I'm right there with you.
Wow. And the fact that Jack is even like in that place, I'm doing things I don't understand, is quite a transformation for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles says, oh, it's fine. We'll be in the food court if you need us.
I'm really imagining a food court in this temple and what kind of places they would have.
Sushi,
Don't drink the water.
Obviously.
Heck yeah.
They probably have great sushi. And then
They have a Benihana over there.
Yeah.
Some hibachi going on.
Fucking hibachi's good. That's what Ben and I had when we were in Epcot. You know, they have all of the different like countries around the water, whatever the World Showcase. And we went to Japan and had hibachi. And it's pretty cool. Every single person that worked there was Japanese. They bring them in to work. That's how Ado's lovely gal, she did that. She's French, and she did that, worked in the French world, and lived in Florida for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Every time Caleb and I go get hibachi, we end up with a Hispanic chef.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, here too.
It's just even when we went to San Diego, we ended. Well, I guess that makes sense.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
The same thing here in Texas. So
also makes sense. Yeah. Yes, because there are a lot of Mexicans in that area. But I don't know about Japanese. I mean, this was Epcot, so you know they fly them in. Support them.
Do you have a lot of Canadians up there doing it?
Canadians? No.
Canada?
No. Well, no. Here, we just don't. I don't even know that I can think of a hibachi place around Seattle. We have like
there's a Benihana.
Really good. There. Well, okay, the chain Benihana, but I wasn't talking about something else. Yeah, we have really great Thai food, Korean food, but not great Chinese food. And I just say that because I grew up in New York. I almost said where all the best Chinese food is outside of China, of course. Anyways, go ahead, Ben.
Miles and Hurley leave, and Sayid questions, so did they tell you why they burnt me with a hot poker? Jack explains, they said they were trying to diagnose you.
Oh.
Sayid, skeptical, says, right. They told me it was some sort of test, which they said I passed. Clearly, I didn't.
Oh.
Jack unfolds a piece of paper, revealing the capsule. Sayid says, what's that? Jack informs him, they want you to take it. It's medicine, according to them. Sayid presses, what about according to you? Jack admits, I don't know. And you know, before, when you thanked me for saving your life, I didn't have anything to do with it, Sayid. I didn't fix you. They did. Sayid, trusting Jack, declares, I don't care who fixed me. I only care about who I trust. So if you want me to take that pill, Jack, I'll do it. Jack looks at the capsule, then at Sayid.
Yeah, take a random pill from guys that just tortured you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like, what does your trust in Jack matter if he doesn't know what the fuck it is?
Oh, he's a doctor. He can look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Looks like matcha powder to me.
Oh, did it? Well, matcha powder's delicious and not poison.
Hey, in the jungle, Kate walks ahead of Jin. Jin stops her, asking, wait, where are you going? Kate replies, catching up with Sawyer. Jin asks, so you never plan to bring him back to the temple? Kate says, no, I'm not interested in being a prisoner. Are you? Jim probes further. Where did your plane land, Kate? Confused, Kate asks, what? Jin clarifies, the Ajira plane that you, Jack, and Hurley came in on. Where did it land? Kate, frustrated, answers, I don't know. Jin, desperate, reveals, Sun was on that plane too, and I have to find her. Kate angrily retorts, you think they're gonna tell you? You think they care about you or Sun or about any of us? Jin, hurt, says, what do you care about, Kate? Kate coldly responds, good luck, Jin, and starts to walk away. Jin calls after her, Once you catch up with Sawyer, then what? Kate replies, I guess we'll figure that out together.
Keep on running.
Oh, boy.
He doesn't want to be together with her.
So far away.
Clingy.
Yep.
Stage 5.
Stage 5 clinger. Yeah. Flash sideways number 4, 2004, off the island. Kate is driving Claire in the cab to Brentwood. Claire, breaking the silence, asks, so what happened to your handcuffs? Kate replies, I cut them off.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Hey, wow.
Yeah.
They drive in silence until Claire comments on the neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I bet they're a really nice couple.
Mm-hmm.
Kate glances at Claire,
Brentwood
who's
is
smiling.
like a rich place in Seattle, in Los Angeles,
Seattle.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I don't know the city very well.
Kate glances at Claire, who is smiling, and then focuses back on the road. Claire, sensing Kate's doubt, says, what? You think they didn't come to the airport on purpose? Kate responds, why would I think that?
Yeah, no,
Claire
that sounds like you
reassures-
think that, my dear.
Yeah. Good, because they didn't. As they arrive, Kate says, this is it, pulling up to a house with a large landscaped front yard and a double-door entryway. Claire unbuckles her seatbelt and nervously asks, will you come in with me? Jesus Christ, give me a break.
By the way, Brentwood is a rich neighborhood located on the Los Angeles West Side. The area is known for its quiet, tree-lined streets and well-maintained homes. Oh,
Cool.
all of which are built in various architectures.
Mm.
All right, go ahead.
Kate, unsure, responds, saying what we all thought. Are you kidding me?
The fuck, lady, I'm on the run.
She's like, and to which she goes, I'm not sure if I should do that. At which point Claire pulls the gun on her. You're coming in the fucking house with me.
Surprise, bitch. I'm packing too.
Please, I really don't want to go up there on my own. Kate looks at her and they proceed to the front door. A blonde woman opens it. Claire, trying to stay composed, introduces herself. Hi, Mrs. Bascom. I'm Claire Littleton. Mrs. Bascom looks at Claire's belly and starts to sob. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My husband, he left me. And believe me, I wanted a baby so much, but I can't do it alone. I'm sorry. Look, I know I should have called you.
What?
Okay.
Claire, upset.
Let me just say something here.
Christy sounds like she has something to say.
Besides just the complete ridiculousness of the entire fucking episode. If you want to have a baby, you must accept that at some point you might have to do it completely on your own.
Of course.
I'm not saying that, one of the couple is going to walk out on the other. People die all the time. And anything could happen where you think that you're going to be raising this kid together and all of a sudden you're doing it by yourself. So if you don't think you can do it by yourself, don't have a fucking baby.
There you go.
Sorry, that's my TED Talk. We can move on now.
Now that we'll get you off of your baby soapbox.
Is little.
Claire, upset, asks, so, what? You just changed your mind? Mrs. Bascom, still emotional, explains, look, my life is just a little complicated right now. Seeing Claire's distress, Kate steps in angrily and executes the bitch in her front door.
What the fuck?
Oh, sorry. That's
I'm
what
okay with that.
That's what I was hoping would happen. Kate steps in angrily, says she came all the way from Australia and you don't call? Claire suddenly grabs her belly and groans, oh my God.
My baby.
My
Kate,
baby.
concerned, asks, oh no. My water just broke. Kate, concerned, asks, are you okay? Claire, in pain, exclaims, it's coming.
Welp.
2007, on the island. Kate exits the jungle at the barracks, gun at the ready. The area is run down, broken picket fences, swaying in the breeze, some buildings abandoned. Kate hears noise coming from one of the barracks and goes in to check it out. She enters the home of Sawyer and Juliet, moving carefully to find the source of the noise. She stops at the bedroom door and sees Sawyer prying open the floorboards with a crowbar. He takes out a shoebox and sits on the bed and opens it to reveal a small black drawstring bag.
Oh, no.
He holds it and cries. Kate watches quietly. As she turns to leave, the floorboards creak and Sawyer stands up, gun cocked, so whoever is there knows that he's serious.
Of course.
He says, "Who's there? Better come out now, or so help you God, I'm going to start shooting." Sawyer lowers his gun when he sees that it's Kate. "What the hell are you doing here?" "I was worried about you," Kate says. Sawyer angrily walks past her without looking back, and Kate watches him leave the house.
Man.
Whoa.
He should have just shot her.
Oh, my God.
End of episode.
And now we play a game of four.
Four hole.
Oh my God.
I was about to make the joke, so I'm glad you beat me to it.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's why we're married.
Mm-hmm. Flash sideways, number 5, 2004, off the island. Kate speeds to the emergency room entrance of a hospital and gets out of the cab. She secures the gun in the back of her pants, runs around to the other side of the cab, and helps Claire out of the back seat. A nurse with a wheelchair stops next to them. "What's happening here?" the nurse asks. I'm having contractions," Claire responds. "When did they start?" the nurse inquires. About 3 minutes ago." I thought she said 30, but I suppose it would have taken...
I don't think it would have
She
taken
did say
half an hour.
3. She did say 3, which I thought was super fast from...
Yeah. For not being able to Google it, like you just...
Right.
She pull out the Thomas Brothers guide really quick and figure it out, like...
Oh, right.
She's not
There
from
was-
LA,
it's not like they
right?
were.
No, she's from like Kansas or some shit like that.
No,
Claire's never
Iowa.
been there
She's
before.
from
so.
Iowa. She's from Iowa.
It's
She did
Iowa.
live in. She lived in Los Angeles with Jack, but this may or may
There's a
not
different
be
yeah.
the same timeline, or this may or may
Yeah.
not be real, or like we don't really know what the fuck is going on in the Flash sideways.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, if she just had gotten off the plane and escaped, that might be her first time in LA. Yeah.
It's
without
obviously her first time
Google
in LA. She
Maps.
wouldn't have flown into LAX if she knew any better. She should have flown into like Glendale or one of the other
Yeah, but it's
airports.
international. That's probably it was coming from Australia, so it would automatically go to the bigger airport, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Try to relax. We're going to take you to the MCU to get it looked at, the nurse reassures her.
The Marvel comic universe.
I think it's supposed
yes.
to be ICU.
Maternal
think
care unit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is the MCU if it's not the Marvel comic universe?
Even in a
Wait.
multiverse, this storyline makes no fucking sense.
Oh, goodness. All right.
I feel like all of a sudden Cassidy shows up. "I'm going to help too." And then they're all just like fucking girl power.
Cassidy tries to rob them in the
Exactly.
parking lot of the hospital, and then they're like, "Oh no, I'm having
Oh,
my
no.
baby!" And Cassidy, "Oh, okay, let's go." Girl power.
Cassie's running
Yeah.
away with her baby. Got it.
She's got like a 3-year-old Clementine with her.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Any of that would probably be better than this silliness. Anyways.
So as they're heading in, Kate spots a police car turning the corner. And the nurse asks, "Are you with her?" Kate kind of reluctantly says, "Yeah." "Okay, follow me," the nurse instructs. Next scene, Claire's in a hospital bed, clearly upset as a monitor beeps. Well, we're definitely going to hear baby a lot in this fucking scene.
Yeah.
She asks, "What are you doing? What's going on?" The nurse responds, "Hold on. The doctor will be with you in just a moment." Claire, increasingly anxious, insists, "I need to know what's going on. Is there something wrong?"
With
Meanwhile-
my baby.
With my
Oh,
baby.
my baby.
Meanwhile, Kate leaves the OB triage and finds a doctor. "Excuse me, are you a doctor?" she asks, and motherfucking Ethan replies, "Yes, I'm Dr. Goodspeed."
What? Fucking Ethan.
He's back.
Kate urgently asks for his help, and they return to the OB triage where the monitor is beeping rapidly. Ethan reads Claire's chart and addresses her. "Mrs. Littleton? Claire, how are you feeling?" Claire is still uncomfortable, asking, "What's happening?" Ethan explains, "Mother Nature's gotten ahead of herself. Are you ready to have your baby?" Claire, shocked, responds, "I'm sorry, what?" Ethan clarifies, "You're at 36 weeks, 3 centimeters dilated and about 80% effaced, which means if you want, You can have your baby tonight. Claire, confused, asks if they can stop it. Ethan says maybe. However, to do that would need a number of drugs.
I didn't know they could do this.
You didn't know what?
They could stop the baby?
Just put a cork in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I figured once it starts coming, it's coming.
Well, no. So during the birth process, once the oxytocin, it's called, the milk drop or fuck, I can't remember. But once the oxytocin releases, that's what tells your body to do contractions. So all they have to do is counter that hormone, and and they can slow down or stop the pregnancy or the birth, I guess. I think that's how it would work.
At this point, I don't think you're slowing down or stopping the pregnancy.
No, I mean, I would say not. Yeah, I just Googled it. Oxytocin stimulates uterine contractions and lactation. That's what it's called.
Lactation.
Milk letdown. That's what it's called. The milk letdown. And so when oxytocin does both of those things, it also helps in bonding. That's why the mother will not want to kill her child because she feels bonded by the oxytocin. I mean, there are other reasons, but but the oxytocin in the woman's brain does help her bond with the child. It's called the love hormone. Anyways,
Claire, worried about the baby, asks, "Will that hurt the baby?" Ethan reassures her, "No, they're perfectly safe. I just don't want to stick you with needles if I don't have to. So it's up to you."
What? She would have a catheter in. You would just put any drugs into her vein. That doesn't even make sense.
They're just trying to make him seem like opposite world Ethan.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where we are? I mean, it's not quite opposite world if Kate's still a fugitive, but...
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Claire, still hesitant, says, "I'm not ready." Ethan instructs, "Okay, let's get her started on a nifedipine drip."
It's a calcium channel blocker.
It's good to know.
I don't know why she needs that, but I just looked.
The monitor emits a steady tone, like a flat line, basically, causing Kate to look at Claire quickly. Claire, panicking, asks, "What is it?" Ethan tells the nurse, "Margaret, let's do an ultrasound. I want to get a picture of what's going on in there. Could just mean that the baby's out of position." Claire, now crying, demands, "What are you saying? What's happening to my baby? Is my baby okay? Is Aaron okay?"
Aaron?
Kate watches anxiously as Ethan uses the ultrasound detector. He reassures Claire, "See, there he is. Everything is just fine. Your boy just likes to move around." Claire and Ethan chuckle as Kate stands by, still confused.
See that head? See how big it is?
Jesus Christ, right? This kid's going to tear you up.
Your child's head is enormous.
We get a 2-for-1 with vaginal rejuvenation if you want to stay a couple extra days.
Jesus Christ. Also, did anybody notice this is the second time she just blurts out the name of her baby?
Yeah.
When she was sending Charlie off to find Ethan. Just find my baby, find Aaron.
Ethan continues, 140 beats per minute, perfectly normal. I have a feeling Aaron is going to be a handful.
Headful.
Headful. Yeah. Aaron's going to have a full head. Claire chuckles and nods as Ethan concludes, "Now let's see if we can slow this down. You did great, Mommy." Claire smiles at Kate, who is holding her hand. 2007.
By the way, nifedipine is it lowers blood pressure.
It's good to know. Good to know. 2007 on the island. Sawyer is sitting at the end of the dock at the barracks, sighing. Kate walks up and sits next to him. "A couple days ago, you asked me why I came back to this island," she asks, she begins. "I need to find Claire. I thought maybe if I could catch up to you, you could help me. And then maybe if we could find her and bring her back to Aaron, then maybe this whole thing wouldn't be for nothing." Sawyer exhales deeply. Kate continues, "I'm sorry. I never should have followed you." Duh. Sawyer asks, "Which time?"
Dang.
Valid question.
Yep. Kate, deflecting, says, "That was your house, right? With Juliet?" Sawyer, holding back the tears, replies, "Yep." Kate apologizes again. "No, for Juliet. If I hadn't come after you on the sub, then you two would have left and she would have never died." Sawyer, his eyes welling with tears, tells her, "It's not your fault she's dead. It's mine. She was sitting right there, right where you are now, trying to leave this place, and I convinced her to stay. I made her stay on this island because I didn't want to be alone." You understand
Another
that, right?
Instance of somebody blaming themselves for something that was not their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess.
He didn't hold a gun to her head.
He just thinks, yeah, if he had let her go. Again, not directly responsible, but I can see why he would feel guilty. I don't want to pass by the impact of the line when he says to her, that he didn't want to be alone. He says, "You understand that, right?"
Yeah.
Like there they are connecting in their, loneliness, which comes, I guess, with being a criminal. Yeah.
And they just look at each other, and Sawyer continues, "But I think some of us are meant to be alone." He rubs a diamond ring with his fingers and confesses, "I was going to ask her to marry me." Kate looks away, not expecting this.
Yep.
Still crying, Sawyer stands up on the pier and throws the ring into the water. He tells Kate, "You could probably make it back to the temple by nightfall," and walks back along the pier. Kate starts to cry.
Excuse me. Quick question. Where exactly is the jeweler located on the island?
Right.
Where did
Next to
that
the
ring
torch
come
farm.
from? Next to the torch farm? Okay. Got it.
Maybe he got it off a corpse.
Oh, I mean, I suppose you could. Maybe he stole it from Nikki.
Maybe the guy just gets out of it. Every once in a while, a guy gets out of a sub and just sets up his shop and sells jewels.
Like a street vendor?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
They're like, "Oh, I thought it was going to be the candle guy." Shit. Back at the temple, Jack walks into the temple leader's chamber and sees him spinning a baseball on his desk. "What's that?" Jack asks. "It's a baseball, you dipshit," replies the temple
Fucking
leader.
stupid question.
What the fuck?
Jack sits down and says, "You speak pretty good English for someone who needs a translator." The Japanese guy says, "We both know I don't need a translator." Jack then asks why he has one. He explains, "Because I have to remain separate from the people I'm in charge of. It makes it easier when they don't like the decisions I make for them."
That's actually kind of a valid
Yeah,
point.
I just
Yeah.
thought the same thing. I was like, wow, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Jack asks, "Who are you?" Japanese guy introduces himself as Dojin.
Oh, finally.
Finally.
Jack inquires if Dojin is from the island. "I was brought here like everyone else," Dojin answers. Jack asks, "What do you mean, brought here?"
What?
Rot?
Dojin replies, "You know exactly what I mean." Jack stands up and walks away from the desk with Dojin following. "You didn't give your friend the pill, did you?" Dojin asks. Jack admits he didn't. "Well, why not?" Jack explains, "Because I don't know what's in it." Dojin says it will eliminate the infection. Jack interrupts, "Yeah, I got that, but what's in it?" Dojin says he can't explain. Jack demands he try. Dojin insists there isn't any time and Sayid will die if he doesn't take it. Jack
There's never any
smugly
time.
responds, "Yeah." Jack smugly responds, "He already died." Holds the pill. "What's in
Just
it?"
throw him back in the spring.
Dojin sighs and says, "You have to trust me."
Oh,
Jack chuckles, "I don't trust myself. How am I supposed to trust you?" Let's see where trust gets us. And then Jack swallows the pill.
nice.
Dojin quickly rushes Jack and punches him in the stomach, then pounds on his back twice and performs a Heimlich maneuver. Jack coughs up the pill when Dojin immediately picks it up. Gasping for breath, Jack asks, "Now you're going to tell me what's in it?" And Dojin replies, "Poison."
Oh,
Good move, Jack. Bold.
But the poison
Heimlich
only
maneuver
works
on
if
him.
he takes it voluntarily.
Yeah.
Why
Magic
did he
Island,
just
Christy.
shove it
Magic
down
Island.
his throat?
Magic poison.
Magic Island.
It's just
Shitty episode.
Oh, dear.
Flash sideways number 5, 2004, off the island. Claire is in her hospital bed looking at the ultrasound picture. There's a knock at the door. "Come in," she says. Detective Rasmussen enters with a police officer. Miss Littleton, he asks. Yeah, Claire responds. Rasmussen introduces himself and says,
I think it's actually a woman, isn't it? Sorry.
Yes.
I said himself, but it's actually herself. And yeah, she's a woman. Sorry.
Is Miss Hart here? Confused, Claire responds, who? Rasmussen clarifies, Joan Hart. She signed in with you. Claire explains that Joan was just the cab driver who helped her to the hospital and left after they treated her. The officer looks around, but finds nothing. Kate is hiding behind a door labeled no admittance, authorized personnel only.
Check that.
Yeah,
I know.
Right.
Seriously.
After the police leave, Kate comes out. Thanks, she says to Claire. Sure, thank you. Why are they after you? What did you do? Claire asks, and Kate says, would you believe me if I said I was innocent? Claire nods. Yeah, I would.
What?
All right.
Except for the whole cat, the thing. Yeah, no, seriously.
Carjacked somebody.
I know, but I guess they're besties now.
So fucking
oxytocin
naive.
gone wrong. Kate smiles. Well, I should go. Claire offers her a credit card.
Jesus Christ.
What
Stupidity continues.
Fuck? You just had a baby.
No, the baby's still in there.
But Kate initially refuses. Claire insists, saying that there's not much limit, that the limit of the card's not very high, but it's something. I was like, yeah, now I'm going to get arrested for credit card fraud, too. Kate reluctantly accepts.
Yes, seriously.
You didn't have to do what you did either. As they share a smile, Kate says, Aaron's a great name. Claire, kind of puzzled, says, I don't know why I said it. It's like I knew it or something. Kate suggests, I think you should keep him. Claire wishes her good luck, and Kate responds, yeah, you too. Claire thanks her again as she leaves.
Christ.
Mini fun fact. Kate's alias here, Joan Hart, was actually named after Melissa Joan Hart.
That's exactly what I was thinking the whole time.
Hang on, who starred in the television show Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Her co-star, Beth Broderick, who played Aunt Zelda, plays Kate's mother, Diane Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Johnson?
Johnson?
2007, on the island. Kate fills her canteen from a faucet at the barracks, glancing over her right shoulder to see Sawyer walking with his head lowered. He passes by her, not acknowledging her presence, and she watches him as he continues into the house that he once shared with Juliet, closing the door behind him. Kate then grabs her backpack and leaves the barracks. Back at the temple, Dojin makes tea for Jack and himself. Lennon confirms.
Oh, you know what? Lennon is the translator. And I think after I was able to stop typing the Japanese guy, even though Lennon didn't say his name, I just got really sick of writing the translator. So
got it. Yeah.
Lennon is the translator.
That looks like John Lennon, yeah.
Oh, that's a really good point. He does. He has John Lennon and Ben Linus glasses on. Yeah, that's true.
So Lennon, the translator, confirms he swallowed it. And Dojin nods, placing a cup of tea in front of Jack. What's this? Jack says. Tea.
Poison tea.
Jack chuckles, takes a sip, and then questions. Why would you people want to kill Sayid? Dojin and Lennon exchange looks before Dojin explains they believe Sayid has been claimed. Jack is confused. Claimed by what? He asks. Dojin says there's a darkness growing in Sayid, and once it reaches his heart, everything he once was will be gone. Jack demands proof, and Dojin reveals, because it happened to your sister. That's still not proof. I mean, you're just saying shit at this point.
Right.
That's not really proof. That's just more of the story. Wait, what does that mean? Because it happened to your sister? All of a sudden, I'm thinking about Claire sitting with Christian in the cabin.
Yep. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Jin stops by a stream to get a drink of water. Before he can take a sip, he's ambushed by Aldo and Justin. Aldo, holding a grudge.
Justin's back. Yeah, how did he get out from one of those fucking rocks?
I know, seriously. He's in plaster with his arms out.
He comes up in a wheelchair.
Aldo knees him in the face and pushes him into a tree, demanding, "Where's that bitch?"
Ooh.
Jin insists he doesn't know and wants to go back to the temple. Justin suggests taking Jin back, but Aldo, intent on killing him, dismisses the idea. Jin tries to escape, but steps into a bear trap, groaning in pain as the metal jaws clamp around his ankle. Aldo mocks Jin and prepares to fire, but suddenly gunshots ring out, killing Aldo and wounding Justin. Jin, frightened, looks around and is stunned to see motherfucking Claire.
What?
Disheveled and holding a rifle. Claire?
Yeah.
Jin asks, still trying to comprehend the situation. Claire simply looks at Jin, her expression unreadable.
I don't know.
Lost title screen.
Terrible.
I
Yeah.
love... sorry, Ben, go ahead. Lost title screen.
End of shitty episode.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
God.
No, I like
God.
Dirty Claire. I think she looks great. She looks hot. She's obviously been roughing it. No, I mean, like, she's the new Danielle.
Yeah,
just
she looks
popped
like
out of-
Danielle, all disheveled and hair everywhere.
she's all disheveled, setting rock traps and shooting people from the bushes. It's awesome. All right.
Oh
Wow.
my God, that was brutal.
Okay. Shall we do some fun facts, maybe? Lighten the mood a little? All right, because we now have known Dojin, thank God he has a name, for a few episodes, thought it'd be fun to learn about Japanese. So, Japanese used to be classified at what linguists call an isolate, which is a language with no demonstrable genetic relationship to another language. One explanation for the existence of such languages that are isolates is that they may be the last remaining branch of a larger language family that has since disappeared. However, of late, Japanese was reclassified as part of the Japonic family, which includes mainland Japanese and the indigenous languages of the Ryukyu Islands, which is the southernmost part of the Japanese archipelago. And then other languages before that have gone extinct. So it's a very unique language. Unlike many other Asian languages, Japanese is not tonal. Japanese is one of the most fast-paced spoken languages in the world. In 2011, a group of French linguists conducted a study that attempted to measure the average speed of some languages worldwide. Interesting.
Spanish was the fastest, isn't it?
What did you say?
I thought Spanish was the fastest, or was it maybe it was Italian? No.
Okay, well, let me read the next sentence. Japan has a spoken syllable rate of nearly 8 syllables per second. That beats out Spanish, French, and Italian. However, the same study, as just mentioned, also shows that Japanese have the lowest information density per second. What that means is that while you can say a lot of stuff in Japanese, you also don't give a lot of information. So it'd actually be reverse of what we saw in the outline.
Me fool. 3 words got a whole sentence.
It's like that scene in Lost in Translation where the director's like, "Ugh," and it goes on for like 30 seconds, and she's like, "You sit there and look over your shoulder," and he's like, "That's it? That's all he said?" It seems like he said a lot more.
So it's not too surprising that Japanese has the lowest information density per second when you consider that it takes almost 8 syllables to say the word not. Another thing about Japanese is that there are no distinction between plural and not plural. So saying there is a bee and there are bees is exactly the same thing.
They have the meats.
What Arby's?
I've never once in my entire life gone, I'm thinking Arby's.
I used to eat Arby's when I would go hang out at the mall when I was like 12 or 13.
The mall.
Because there was one in the mall and they always
At the
had
food court.
Yeah, and they had the pickle bar, and so I used to order just like a plain roast beef sandwich, and I put about 4 pounds of pickles on top of it, and then I would eat the sandwich, and it would be awesome. But that's
they make
about
deli
it.
sandwiches there that are actually really good.
Oh,
I've eaten there all of one time in my entire life, and that was probably about 6 months ago because my coworker was like, "Oh, hey, let's go to Arby's," and I was like, "Okay, I've never eaten there before, but you know."
Collin Creek Mall in Plano.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where you went to your Arby's. Yep. The Japanese language also does not use articles. So there's no difference between the, a, and an. You need to know the context to understand if it's singular or plural or the word the, a, or an. So it makes more sense when you understand this, why someone Japanese speaking English sounds a certain way. Okay, so there's all the ways Japanese is different from other Asian languages. But like languages such as Chinese and Korean, Japanese has 3 varying levels of formality and corresponding grammar. Verbs are conjugated differently depending on whether you are speaking in formal, polite, or casual conversation. Among the different levels of formality, formal Japanese is the most complicated, and even native speakers still struggle to use it correctly. To further complicate things, there are also 4 different alphabets in Japanese. There's kanji, which is derived from the Chinese language, hiragana, which is used in the formal speak, romaji, which is, of course, the Roman alphabet, and katakana, which is specifically used for foreign words. The need for all of these alphabets arose due to the new information and languages being introduced to Japan, which had been a language like no other for such a long time. Listen to this. If you want to successfully read any Japanese newspaper, you must know more than 2,000 kanji symbols. The Japanese government maintains an official list of those syllables, which is the minimum number that any student in the country must know by the end of high school. Oh my God, we have to learn 26 letters. They have to know 2,000 symbols, and that's only one of the 4 languages or 4 divisions of their own language. That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a language I never really want to learn.
Yeah.
I think that
Chinese
when
I was a kid, I got a
harder.
book or a thing called Japanese in 10 minutes a day. Yeah, I'm going to learn it like that.
Oh my God. Well, I think you could learn to speak it, but not read
Right.
it. Right. I mean, because that's
Like I
going to
know
be 2 completely different
was
things.
kitchen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I just know.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, like first numbers.
I think I know domo, arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, let's do some best and worst moments. Let's start with Christy.
We didn't really talk too in depth about it, but for me, the same for the best and the worst.
Okay.
It was when Sawyer was talking to Kate on the dock, and talking about Juliet and how he talked her into staying on the island.
Yeah.
And how he was going to ask her to marry him. I think it was heartbreaking, but I also think that Josh Holloway did a phenomenal job with this scene.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely.
It was just a really fantastic scene.
Yeah, I think that Josh Holloway has been brilliant in this role because he really he was sort of hiding that compassionate and caring and soft Sawyer in the beginning of the seasons because, you know, that's how the character was written. But when they wrote that change, he just nailed it. And it really makes me believe that he has, you know, that he's a different person than he was in the first couple of seasons. I also had that scene as my worst simply because it was heartbreaking. But my best moment was a quote, which is, "You're not a zombie, right?"
I loved that too.
Yeah. Derek, how about you?
My best moment was the Kate and Sawyer episode scene on the dock there. It was really, it was sad, but it was good,
Yeah.
the whole thing. And the worst moment was, other than like the whole Claire Kate crap, was Art's getting in the way. They should have just thrown that stick of dynamite at him, blown him out of the way.
Arts. Oh my God. Ben, how about you?
Yeah, I mean you're not a zombie dude. The dock scene that was really good. I actually liked it when Jack kind of called his bluff and took the pill, and then ended up Dojin did like that
badass.
fucking judo Heimlich shit on him. That was kind of fun. My least favorite was like just the rest of the episode. It's just
All of it.
I'll get to it in the summary, but
even on. Oh, okay. All right. Then we'll
need to talk about it now.
We'll let it go for now. Why don't you keep going, Ben? Give us your power rankings.
In third place, I've got Claire. Third from the worst, because you got fucking carjacked, and then you're just like, "Hey, I'm gonna get back in the car with you." Okay, just it's really bad. Second place or second bottom, I've got Arzt, because he's a useless tool.
Oh my God.
And then worst, I've got Aldo, just because he's Aldo. Ugh.
It's douchey. Yeah. And he's kind of whiny. You don't remember me.
You don't remember me.
Yeah, I
You hit
remember
me in
you.
the face. Yeah. In third place, I've got not Justin. I just got the Justin life in third place. God. Because he's living the Justin life. Second place, I've got Jack. For again, kind of calling the bluff, taking the pill. It was like that's ballsy.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I don't know if that's any smarter than what Claire did, but it seemed at least he didn't get carjacked, I guess is what it comes down to, and get back into it.
Not a random pill, yeah.
Like if the pill had already shown itself to kill somebody and then he took it, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? But
yeah, I mean, no, it was a good way to call Dojin's bluff in a way, I won't tell you what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And in the top spot, believe it or not, I've got Ethan.
What? Huh?
He was actually a really good doctor. He showed up. He was reassuring. He was like a good doctor with good bedside manner. And in this entire show, of all the stupid shit that was happening, I was like, oh, I was pleased to see Ethan just show up and be like, hey, I'm a good doctor. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So, yeah.
This is shocking.
Yes.
I don't even know what to do.
I'm going to kill Arzt. Just hope they run him over. And for fuck the writers.
Oh my God. All of them? Like an orgy?
Oh, this is no. As in just fuck them. Like,
okay.
Oh, that kind of fucking. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck
Derek, how about you?
My third worst was Ben's best, Ethan. I didn't make him my worst because his bedside manner was actually pretty good.
Okay.
My second worst was Arzt for just getting in the way. Can't even wheel his luggage across the street. Worst is Dojin for trying to poison Sayid.
Yeah, I mean that's not nice.
Yeah, not a fan of him at the moment. He might grow on me. I don't know. My third and second best were Hurley and Miles. So I just liked them in that, when they were on the island, let's go to the food court and
that was funny.
Are you a zombie? You're not a zombie, are you? And my best was Jack for taking one for the team with the pill, just calling the bluff. And I'm gonna kill Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna fuck Claire.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Pregnant Claire?
8 centimeters dilated.
Dirty Claire.
There you go.
Oh, God. You're not trying to get in the uterus, Benjamin.
You're not.
If I was Long Dong Silver, I would be.
Oh my God. Derek, are you fucking pregnant Claire or Wild Woods Claire?
Wild Woods Claire.
Yeah. Okay. We had some similar stuff. My third worst was Ethan, sort of for the same reason. He was an all right doctor, but he's still Ethan, so I can't get past that. Second worst, the whiny little snot Aldo. And the worst, I put the writers. I was also mad at this episode. I don't know. I understand, I guess certain things had to happen. There were some good moments. But just the idea that a pregnant woman would be so ridiculous as to like get in a car with a carjacker. I can't, I don't know. I can't do it. Third best and second best, they kind of go together. That's going to be Miles and then Hurley. In second, they were sweet comic relief amidst a lot of like, oh my God, with this episode. And then at best, I had Jack. He did. He got bold, and he called Dojin's bluff with the pill. And yeah, I like the way Jack is going. I am going to have a threesome with Claire and Kate, but it's going to be Kate in the Flash sideways and Claire the wild woman. And I'm going to kill Aldo because I can't take the whining. Christy, what you got?
So at the bottom, I have Ethan just because he's Ethan. I do agree that he was actually a good doctor in this episode with a good bedside manner. It's clearly the multiverse. But just anytime I see Ethan, I just don't care for him. Number 2, I have Kate because you carjacked somebody at the airport, and then the whole following Sawyer when he said, "Don't fucking follow me."
Yeah, she can never resist.
She's so fucking selfish. You know, he wanted to be alone. He did not want to be around you, and you fucking keep forcing yourself on him.
Right, yeah. He wanted to go mourn Juliet.
Yeah.
And there she is. Yeah. You're right.
And then top of the bottom, Dojin. Just, you know, don't try to poison my boy Sayid. At the top, I have in third and second, Miles and Hurley.
Oh, a lot of that going around.
Yep. Same reasons. I'm really enjoying their budding friendship. And Hurley asking Sayid if he's a zombie was just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then at the top, I have Sawyer, just because I really, really loved that scene on the docks where he was being so vulnerable. I'm gonna fuck Hurley and Miles because I think that would be funny.
Ooh, I think that would be funny.
Should be laughing the whole time.
And I'm going to kill Ethan because I just want to punch him every time I see his face. So
yeah, sorry, William Mapother.
Sorry, Ben.
I'm not going to die on that hill.
No.
Okay. Benjamin, what do the rankings look like after what Kate does?
What Kate does. After the episode, we've got the Man in Black moving into third place.
Oh.
Actually dropping to third place. Still negative 16 points, but
oh, that's right. Okay. He was the worst, and now he's the third worst. Got it.
Frogurt falls out of the bottom and is replaced in second place by Arzt with negative 19 points. And at the bottom of the bottom, we've got Dogecoin with negative 22 points.
Dogecoin.
Yeah. That's hilarious. All right, and on the top, any movement there?
Yeah. Let's see. Kate falls out of the second spot, and Miles moves into the third spot with 17 points. Jack moves up to the second spot with 23 points, and Hurley
the Silver
maintains.
Surgeon is back.
Yeah, the Silver Surgeon is back, and
how far ahead is Hurley?
he was 24 points. He's maintained the exact same distance, I believe. Let's see.
Oh, okay. Because last week it was Kate with 12 and him with 37. Now it's Jack 23 and him 47.
Yes, yeah. So it's 24 points. Like his lead's about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
I just want to sprinkle this in.
Ooh.
As I was watching this episode, I had a really hard time coming up with who my bottom 3 were going to be because I had Arts, Kate, Dojin, Ethan, and Aldo all down there. And so I was like,
all down there.
oh my God, that's awful. So it was difficult to choose 3 of the 5.
So you just fucked them all.
Apparently.
All righty. Christy, would you like to tell us what your final impression of what Kate does is?
I mean, I think I pretty much already did.
I know. I feel like we all did.
Yeah. It was mostly garbage with just a few good moments, sprinkled in for us here and there.
Yeah. Why are they always doing Kate like that? I don't know. Ben, you had stuff to say.
Succinct.
It's
Shannon?
I mean, okay, let's see. I think Josh Holloway did a great job acting in this episode. He was one of the only redeeming qualities of this episode. Even though I didn't have him in my top, like I didn't have Sawyer in the top or bottom, I think Josh Holloway's acting was great in this.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to get behind an episode when the willing suspension of disbelief is not there. And it really all comes down to the thing with Claire, the fact that there was this, this kind of girl buddy comedy thing going on with the fact that she would be fucking wrecked, scared out of her wits, post-traumatic stress from having somebody carjack her at the fucking airport. And then they somehow think it's a good idea. How can we bring this back? It's just a jump the shark episode. And I think it's one of the worst episodes of the series.
Wow. Worse than
I'm not gonna.
No,
but I would say
I was thinking Jack's episode.
Stranger in a Strange Land.
Yeah. Worse than that.
I mean, it's on par with that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't say worse than Expose anymore because Dave gave a really good defense for it, and I have a hard time saying it was the worst anymore because he convinced me. But yeah, Stranger in a Strange Land, and now I guess what Kate does. Did you have anything else, babe, or you just want to say it's the worst fucking thing that's ever happened and move on?
I mean, that's it. It was just bad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to agree with all of it. There were some high points, Hurley, Miles, when Kate knocks Aldo out. That was also great. The reveal of the return of Claire, also a good moment. But yeah, I mean, so much of this is just absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I'm just sort of ready to move on to the next episode. Derek, let's get your final impressions. Any questions made? Any questions answered? And then we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I definitely was not a fan of this episode. It's in my bottom 3. I mean, the island stuff was okay. At least that made it watchable. But the whole off-island Kate and Claire shit was just garbage.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so there was a few high points in it. But as far as questions, where's Claire been? I know it kind of answered the question. I figured she was alive. I didn't think she was killed in that explosion. So, but yeah, where's she been? What is this darkness they're talking about that Sayid may have, and why are they trying to kill him?
Okay. Well, it's going to take only one more episode, I think, episode 5. You're going to learn a little bit more about where Claire's been and what the fuck she's been up to. The rest of those questions, those are, season-long, season-ender ones. So, let's talk about next week. Next week, it's going to be Wednesday, June 19th. We've got another Locke episode and a Derek episode. It's called The Substitute. Join us for the return of Peggy Bundy and our favorite guy to hate. Plus, we learn what the motherfucking numbers are. What? We'll see you then. Bye.
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 Lost in My 40s is a Space Bear Media production, executive produced and edited by me, Lacy J. Sound engineering, editing, and original music by Benjamin Trimp. Like and follow Lost in My 40s on Facebook and SpaceBear_Media on Instagram and Threads. Plus, follow Space Bear Media on YouTube for extra video content. Or for everything in one place, go to spacebearmedia.com.